Sorry about that, folks. Welcome. I realize this is Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition, and you know who I am. I'm your buddy Mojo. But the bottom of your screen is what I'd like to guide you to today. It's the Sunday stream. Vote for this Sunday. We play Jackbox Party 2 or Jackbox Party 5. Please comment. It'll pop up on the right side of my screen here. So if you happen to see this, know that that's what we're voting for and we're talking about. And we're also talking about the E.O.M, which is the title of this video, the end of month update, to give you an idea of what's coming in the following month and what's coming, you know, well, specifically this month. It'll be October, and it'll be the month of Halloween. So I'm gonna play some random gameplay here while I commentate with you guys. Turn the volume down on my TV. Which, there's something I'd like to talk about casually one day here soon on my Sunday streams. As you know, as you can see, it's a Sunday that I plan on doing these streams, but I put a play on words with the word Sunday. Like, it's sweet. It's sweet to have this timing and different things to do with that. So it's a Sunday stream. Anyway, we are voting currently for Jackbox Party 2 or Jackbox Party 5. I figured I'd give you guys the control to choose which Jackbox you would like to play. I may give you some basic info here for this particular Jackbox as we talk about the Sunday video. I don't know how long the Sunday video will last. We'll just keep on rambling until there's no more rambling to be done. But we're looking at here for the following Sunday coming up, which is our first Sunday in October. We're looking at a live stream to enjoy one of the many Jackbox parties I have, which is numbers 2 through 5. I don't have the first one, and not really looking forward to possibly even buying it at any point. Not a big fan. There's a couple of games on there that are entertaining, but not a big fan. But Jackbox Party 2, I was playing a little bit with the family after my live stream last night, after I had dinner all set up and taken care of. And Jackbox Party 2 has a few games that are entertaining. One that has to do with sound effects, one that is Bomb Corp, which is bomb related, which would be hard to play on stream. I might be able to play that separately and have you guys watch for entertainment value, because unless you're in the same room or you guys see like visual cues, it's really hard to play that game. It's very similar to the difficulty of playing Faking It. Unless you can see people, it's not going to work. Faking It being a game from Jackbox Party 3. That being said, the games on there are fairly quality, and I do like it. It does have a repeat of one of the other Jackboxes with the Fibbage game, but it's Fibbage 2, so it's a slightly different version. It's entertaining in itself. Can't say I complain. It's not too bad. And hopefully you can hear me over the music in this. Let me see if I can change the sounds here. No, not controls, dummy. I sure you want to continue? Yes, it's fine. Oh yeah, let's turn our music down a bit here. I want you to be able to hear the cool, crisp sound of my voice. Okay. Anyway, let me throw my bed down here so I can do more during the day type building here. Jackbox Party 2 is not a bad investment. Like, I believe it's $10 now. It could be slightly more, maybe closer to the $14.99 department on the PSN. As always, you know, I'm playing on PlayStation 4. But you guys don't need a PlayStation 4 to play any of these Jackboxes. Let me reiterate that. Some people I've talked to online recently have talked about, like, well, hey, you know, do I need a system in order to play this? I said, no, in theory you don't. It's easy to get a big screen TV and hook up your PlayStation, your Xbox, you know, your Switch in some cases, and just get on YouTube, man, and find my channel. We live stream, it's never really at the same time on Sundays. Um, if you're in the East Coast like I am, our streams start before 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sundays. But there's never ever a set time to when we're doing this, when we're running the show, so to speak. So, there'll be just the quality of what you get and what you see. Gotta get more glass. Don't mind me, I'm thinking as I'm playing here. Why do I have that hole there? Son of a bitch. What I'm getting at is that even though there's not a set time that we do it, the set date is what matters every Sunday. And if for some reason we can't do it, I will let you know when I stream then. And since my content is going to be picking up here for the month of October, there's not going to be a day that there's a possibility that information can't get passed along. And if I'm playing Dark Souls 3, which I've been streaming currently, that information is going to get passed along to you. So don't feel like you're going to be in the dark, or one day, you know, I just don't do a Sunday stream and you're like, well, what happened? You know, I have 23 subscribers now, so I mean, it does make an impact to some people if they're not able to play, you know, Jackbox, or if they're not able to like follow me and be like, hey, well, what's going on with the stream? I'm never going to leave you in the dark about that. You know, worst comes to worst, my wife will update you, and we'll go from there. But that's a very worst case scenario kind of feeling, because for the most part I've got everything and nothing but time on my hands currently at the moment. So it's easy to stream these things. But going back from my ramblings, Jackbox Party 5 has some entertaining games. You don't know, Jack is one of the basic games that actually inspired this. It goes all the way back to the early 90s, or the late 90s I should say, with the computer era, and it used to be a computer game from what I recall, and I may not have it quoted completely accurately, but I remember seeing that in something called EB Games, which is the predecessor to GameStop here in America. Some of you guys over in England, I believe, still have EB Games while they're still in business. You know, rest in peace if by the time you actually watch this video, that business is out of business. Not a big fan of the place, honestly, but that my promotion's not one thing or the other. Anyway, ramblings all aside. I had seen You Don't Know Jack for a computer game in there at that time period, so you know the You Don't Know Jack game on Jackbox 5, that particular game is inspired from the original, you know, like the very beginnings of Maker, so it was not bad. There's something called Dome in that Jackbox Party 5, and that's fun if you got like 4 or 5 people. I think the limit's actually 4, but 1 to 4 people, you can play it by yourself, but it's a lot more fun to have a couple people. And you take your cell phone and you swipe one direction or the other, and just kind of launch in this little Zeeble, which is just basically people, you know, and you jump it across the screen to kill ghosts and different states of spirits and stuff. So it's entertaining. It's fun for a small group of people, like I said. Then there's Split the Room, which seems to be a personal favorite of my sis. She seems to really enjoy Split the Room. It's basically another like what would you do, you know, what would you rather kind of thing. And in some cases, in the beginning parts of the game, it's here's a likely scenario being sent to your device. Now think of something funny to put in there, and the idea to get the most money or to get the most points in the game is exactly what the name of the game is: Split the Room. The key is to split the vote, have people choose whether or not they would do said action or leg clip. For example, you know, would you cross a picket line of people picketing for, you know, Trump to be removed from office if they had blank, and you put in there, you know, Mom's spaghetti, for example, and you know, then you have to vote whether you would or you would not. It's a lot more entertaining than what I'm describing here, but it's it's definitely a trip, and it's definitely a good game to play. And then there's also something called Patently Stupid on there, which I refuse to ever play. Again, it is the worst drawing concept game that Jackbox is brought out, that whole company is brought out. It's got its cute quirkiness, it does, and at this point in time, at the end of September in 2019, I have absolutely no fucking interest in playing that miserable game. None. So, if we want to play other drawing games, we can play, TKO from Jackbox 3. We can play, fuck. There's a drawing game called Bidiots, which is pretty fun. You bid on different works of art, so to speak, drawings you do, and you try to bid up your drawings to other people and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting game of chance in a way on Jackbox Party 2. So that's an adverse thing. So if you're into drawing, vote for Jackbox Party 2, because we will not play the drawing game on Jackbox 5. It's not happening. Not at this point. You might convince me later, but as for now, no, screw that. I have better things to do, like twiddle my thumbs. One other thing I will add, after giving a brief overview of the games for both Jackbox 2 and Jackbox Party 5, which, by the way, if you don't like the descriptions I've given here, feel free to use your Google Chrome and look it up. Look these up. These are fun. They are great for parties. They're great for house parties. I live near a college, so it's great. It's great for college parties, drinking games, you name it, the lot. It's good. It's good for young and old too. I would suggest not doing anything younger than age 18, because some of the subject matters are a little bit more on the mature side. And not just because of the way I do streams, but if you would sit there at home and do it, there is a lot of sexual and gross things at times, different types of congressional conversations that might be a little bit harder for the younger crowd to understand. So don't play it with the children. I mean, again, that's just my opinion. You don't gotta listen to me. I'm just some dude with 20-something subscribers telling you about an awesome game. Where was I going with that? I apologize. It's Monday morning. It's about 10:30 in my time as I record this, and I'm just attempting to continue to be awake. Ah, shit. I forgot to get my coffee. See, this is the kind of mess I am sometimes. The cool thing about Jackbox is that, like I said, it's a huge party game, and it has gotten me, I honestly say it would got me, it's basically double my subscribers, people watching, and whether or not I have subscribers, I'll never be some of your topper names, and I've never been interested in that, and I'm not interested in monetizing this either at any point. Like, I do this for fun. I do this out of enjoyment. This is my free time, and I game. I'm not a professional gamer. I'm not an amateur by any cost. But I've been playing games since my childhood, Super Nintendo era. So I enjoy being able to share that with you, being able to share it to anybody that happens to just stumble upon my channel. Even if you are watching the Jackbox games and you're like, well, this guy's alright. He's got some funny stuff. His friends say some funny and entertainment things. I wonder what else he's got. And you check out my other videos. You're like, wow, he's got a little bit of a variety of stuff. A lot of one-player games. Always been more of a solo act, which is kind of ironically... excuse me. It's kind of ironically oxymoronic in a way, because I play Jackbox Party, which is a party game. It's not just meant to be solo. But I don't know. I mean, in my later years, it's been nicer to have groups of people together. Be able to bond and have some extra friendships go along the way. I'm always willing to meet new people and have conversations. But just like everyone else, I'm not in the mood for bullshit. So, that being said, I think Jackbox Party 2 would be a good selection. I also think Jackbox Party 5 is good. Jackbox Party 5, I will admit, we will probably rotate through faster through the subject of games, especially if I just go down the line like I have been with most of my broadcasts of Jackbox. But other than that, it'll be a good time. So even if you don't see this video as I'm airing it right now, so I'm hitting the 15-minute mark, feel free to still comment. I'm gonna see the comments for the next several days. So even if you don't get to comment in today, just know that I'll still see the comments. I will close voting come Wednesday of this week. You can still vote after that, but I'll have a decision of which one I'll play by then, and you'll know by when I post it. So that being said, get those votes in now. So you got a little over 48 hours yet to get those votes in. I need to make some doors. Do excuse me. Doing something out loud. As I also said though, now we're done talked about Jackbox for about half the time. What else we got going on is we have the content for October coming. You know, September's been a good month for me personally, and Vibrantly, we have some content coming up. And when I say we, I mean myself. My friend Umbreon should be joining me here. We've been talking about Borderlands 3 since it came out, but we've been watching it real closely to see how many glitches are happening, any type of day one drops that have made a problem. I haven't seen anything yet, but we're still really keeping it close to the ties here to see what possibly could be a hitch in streaming that. And we need to go back to our Borderlands 2, or well, our Handsome Collection conversation of Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, but we'll get around to that here soon. You know, schedules sometimes can be quite complicated to meet up together, so but yeah, Umbreon okay, and I'll catch up to that. Let's see, what else do we got going on? I have Resident Evil 2 in the works. I know, you know, I'm way past the entry thought of that, but I do have every plan to bring you the Resident Evil 2 remake. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a little ways down the line though, because this month is October and the month of Halloween, and I mean it's going to be a month of Halloween type content. We're going to have anything that would be, you know, determined scary, deadly, horror type game things. You know, it's a trope that all of us on YouTube have done so far. But, oh, son of a bitch, I hate when I do that. Fucking doors. Anyway, but, there we go, much better. But, as you can see currently I started a little early. I started streaming Dark Souls 3 in particular, and I'm going to continue to stream that until I get through the final boss, and depending on how well that does, I might get some of the DLC, since it's fairly cheap at this point. I'm a bit of a bargain hunter personally. You know, I like to play games for cheap as often as possible, and they put a roof up there. It's not looking too shabby on the outside. Alright, let's give it a save. But I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 3. That's going to be my main playthrough. I'm also going to have a second main playthrough, and that is a game called Grim Fandango, and this is the remastered version. And not many people may know about it. I want to give a shout out to a YouTuber that is British and doesn't seem like he YouTubes anymore. One of my favorites, and actually the first one that inspired me to even want to do this, let alone watch YouTube and actually subscribe to people. Like, he's my first subscriber, and it's a guy by the name of Necroscope86. Really funny British guy. Had some depression things going on in his life and stuff like that, but real nice dude. Just, you know, not a great gamer like myself, you know, but a real just class act of a human being. And not too long ago, I'd say in the last couple months, he deleted his channel and some of the content on there, and it saddens me because his stuff was just, you know, it's not, you know, high quality stuff in any means, you know, just like myself, but like it was content that made you smile, content that made you wake up like, okay, I wonder if he has posted a new video, and he didn't. But then you would have all this additional awesome content that he's done over the last, I believe it's been 9-10 years, you know, and I would watch all his different content. And this gentleman, Necroscope86, if you're out there, if you happen to stumble upon YouTube and see me, man, know that you made an impact on me personally to bring me into the fold of YouTube and wanting to just even casually stream just for the fun of it, not make it into a quote job, so to speak, but just to have fun. and you're a good man, and I hope you're doing alright. So, you know, if you ever need somebody to talk to here, you got somebody right here, man. So I know it's America, and us Americans can be pompous sometimes, but you ever need a friend, you got one, dude. That being said, more somber thought. Let me save the game again here quick. He is where I saw Grim Fandango for the first time, Mr. Necroscope 86, and I'm not one to name drop, but this man inspired me, you know. And when I saw that he did a copy of the original one, I believe it was on the Sega Mega Drive, and you know, for us in America, it's the Sega Genesis. I enjoyed the playthrough. His commentary was hilarious. His reactions were great, and you know, it just inspired me to get it. So when I saw it was on discount a few months back, I bought the sucker. I haven't touched it, so yeah, I would call it a semi-blind run when I do start streaming it, because I do know some of the things and some of the different topics and stuff, but it's gonna be a lot of I'm walking around. You're gonna watch every fresh reaction. We're gonna watch it together, you know, and it's not gonna be entirely new to me, but it's been over a year since I've really watched his playthrough, so it's gonna be pretty much blind for me, and I think we'll have a good time with that. It's a fairly entertaining game. It is slightly dated. I'm not gonna pretend it's not, but you have to have a little taste in some dry humor, and you'll enjoy it. It'll be a riot. So we got Dark Souls 3 happening right now. Grim Fandango will start October 1st. So it's only in a day or two here. So stay tuned. You know, I believe that'd be Wednesday or Thursday. I have to double check here. Oh, that's actually tomorrow. Well, all right. If it wasn't for a cell phone and a calendar, I wouldn't remember things. But yeah, tomorrow, starting tomorrow, Grim Fandango Remastered. So get a look at that. Should have some commentary on that. There is a couple other games I've been doing. Like I did do a update / stream video the other week, including The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which is, you know, just added content version of Binding of Isaac. I should keep it out. Bear with me, folks. I'm mentally trying to compute what I need here. That can go in the treasure chest. That's right. I'm actively playing Minecraft as I'm talking to you guys. That's why you see me saving or what have you, if that wasn't already obvious. But anyway, with Grim Fandango and Dark Souls, I've also been playing The Binding of Isaac. What I've been doing with that, though, is since it's such a short game, you can't really do a playthrough, like a let's play kind of thing, like you would with like a Final Fantasy or Dark Souls or Fallout, stuff like that. You can't really do that, because I've beaten the game in like 36 minutes before. You know, it's not a speed run in any way, shape, or form, but it's a very easy pick up and go game. And with like myself, you know, having a young child at home, it's very easy for me to just pick up a game once she lays down for a nap and be able to enjoy a game like that. So it's nice to be able to stream that as well. And what I do with the Binding of Isaac, though, is I'll stream that either for fun on Sundays, like part of the Sunday stream, like a pre-game kind of thing, or a post-game, in the sense that if the stream doesn't pick up for Jackbox, like you see at the bottom of the screen there, I'll play the Binding of Isaac. Also, another thing we got to get back into here, since I stopped, was Devil May Cry 5. You know, I had like 5 or 6 videos I have posted at this time. I believe it's 5 at this moment, and I kind of just stopped. Had a few other things to sort out, but now, again, free time, I'm going to pick up on that as well. That might be a weekly application also. So we're going to be catching up on a lot of content that I started. That'll bring us into December's conversations with, that's going to be my end of the year Final Fantasy type month type thing. Again, that's a rough draft thought. At this moment in time, we're, you know, focused on October. I forgot my glass. Let me go get glass quick. I say it like I need to leave the room. See, this is what I was talking to you folks. This is why content with me is just, it's interesting. It's just ramblings of a man, a middle-aged man. you know. But as I was saying, once again, get some coffee in my system quick here. I make a lot more sense when I have coffee. Trust me, coffee is life. You say a lot too, for the love of God. Like I said, October is going to be Halloween, you know, horror type games, stuff like that. Eventually I'm going to try to get my hands on the Fatal Frame games, because that's one of my favorite type of horror games. But one of my favorite type of horror games is something known as Silent Hill. And I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about Silent Hill. You know a lot about Silent Hill. It's one of those games that not many people haven't heard of, you know. We'll grab our lanterns too. But it's wonderful gaming like that just entertains me. And we're gonna get our hands on Silent Hill at some point soon. I think I need to go back upstairs for my glass. Shit. I do have glass in me here right now. Let's grab some red one too. And yellow. Alright. Active thinking, folks. But yeah, my goals are to try to get Fatal Frame, Silent Hill, and try to play those, especially Silent Hill 2 and 3. Those are my favorite in the series. And might need to look at getting PlayStation Now in order to do that. You know, any additional cost monthly, I just fucking despise. I just really do. You know, make PlayStation Now be free for 90 days, guys. You know, if you're listening to me out there, 90 days would be awesome, you know, as a trial. You know, even 30 days would be cool, but, you know, you gotta make your money, you gotta pay your bills, you gotta feed your employees, you know, and a lot. Everybody gets it, and so do I. But anyway, all ramblings aside, it's gonna be a Halloween-esque month, so a lot of my content, besides Jackbox, because that's not gonna be there. I mean, you could use holiday themed or Halloween themed like answers, obviously, you know, as long as it's not hate speech related or, you know, nothing about, you know, Hitlers and stuff like that. Like we don't talk about any of that stuff on my channel. We just don't, you know. We explore it based off of me just saying it out loud, but we don't do hate speech, no gay bashing, none of that. I will ban you, like there's no question about that. I'll completely flag and ban you, you know. And this isn't a, you know, a channel for trolling. This is for fun, you know, guys. This is a casual YouTuber trying to have some fun with his friends, you know. And friends can be anybody, not just people that are close to me. You know, you're all my friends if you want to be. You know, come join the streams. But I want to also give content as well. So you're looking at Grim Fandango starting tomorrow. We're gonna have Dark Souls 3 continue until we get to the end of that, and then once Dark Souls 3 ends, we will have, I'm hoping to get some co-op stuff for November, you know, kind of like a Thanksgiving for having friends, you know, get the co-op stuff back on track. Again, this is just, you know, a thought ahead, because October is, you know, pretty straightforward in my opinion. You know, it's gonna be, I'm doing this is what's happening, you know, we're Halloween-esque, blah blah blah. You know, it's very simple, cut and dry. Yo, we're playing horror games. Playing games that are like Halloween-esque, and that's how it's gonna be. You know, God forbid I'm doing this in a year's time and it's a little bit more popular, we'll be doing things a little bit more varietized, but for now, that's what we're looking at. November is going to be, you know, I'm hoping for more of a friendship month, because you got to be, like, more thankful, and who's not thankful for friends? Friends and family, you know, even friends that you call family. You know, a lot of my life is spent with that, so it's always nice to have people to bond with. So I'm hoping that, you know, the month of Turkey Day here in America and wherever else you celebrate Thanksgiving, you know, it's a big thing here in America, but you know, I hope Turkey Day will be good for you as much as it was for me most years, and then we can make a co-op month out of it. You know, there will be some, you know, solo action stuff by me. You know, and don't forget about the Last of Us multiplayer factions. You know, I'm been a little bit more descriptive on that. I've actually been doing a little bit more commentary with that, which is rare for me. But, you know, outside of it, you know, being on those online first-person shooters, it's really hard to get commentary during it because other players will hear you, and it's going to make you sound like a nut job. And, you know, that's what these update videos are for. Sound like a nut job. All comedy aside, though. You know, I'm just happy to be able to casually do this and for people to view this stuff, you know, to enjoy it, you know, to enjoy the experience along with me. And I hate when I put random shit all messed up like that, you know, and it's just a pleasure. It's just a pleasure to stream and to put content out there on the internet like this. And it'd be something. This is, you know, people's equivalent to Instagram or Vine or, you know, Snapchat to a lesser extent. Or even Facebook, you know, just the Facebook, you know, this is my equivalent to all that, you know. I would rather be on this social media because this has a purpose. Even if it was just standing here and staring out each of these windows at different biomes and just talking to you, that serves a better purpose than most Facebook shit does. You know, Facebook's good for two things, drama and memes. Google stuff. You know, I'll gladly drop a name being Cowbelly Studios. Great channel if you want memes, dudes. Like, great funny shit. Just over the top stuff. And he does daily videos. You know, wonderful content on there. Just for laughs. Just some of it's really stupid stuff that makes you laugh. You know, and that's the kind of stuff I enjoy. And I put my damn glass in that fucking treasure chest. Ugh. Dummy. Pardon me. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, that's, you want that kind of, like, you want drama and stuff like that, then go to Facebook. Don't come here. I'm here to entertain and to have fun. You know, and when this starts having fun, guess what? I start putting content out. It's that simple, you know. It's not about the money, it's not about the bills. It's about the cheesy little laughs and the cheesy little thrills. You know, I mean, it's that simple. You know, I have no musical talent. But I think my case in point is met there and understood. You know, if you can't have fun doing what you're doing, then don't do it. You know, I mean, obviously life is a lot more unforgiving than that, but for me, entertainment standpoint, you know, why do it if you don't enjoy it? You know, that's where a lot of YouTubers lose sight. You know, hey, I've been doing this for X amount of years, this, that, and the other, and just, you know, what do I do now? How do I make more entertaining stuff? You know, do I have to obligate myself to a schedule? I'm like, I'm sitting right here right now. That's my little green composition book, my friends. That is my stream idea. And all it is a bird bath. Am I ever going to post that on here? No. But will I talk to you about it? Sure. I'll be honest with you. Like, hey, yeah, shit, I'm not getting anything out this month. You know, garbage is going to be crap. You know, I have bad stuff going on. Yada, yada, yada. But typically we don't run into that problem. Let's put a lantern here and there. Now that looks stupid. That looks silly. I don't know if I like that. Let's go ahead and put blocks up. Give this a quick save. But I mean, this is what YouTube is, you know, about having fun, having awesome content, and being able to make people smile. You know, that's, to me, that's all worth the while. But October, we got a little bit of conversation of, you know, we talked about November and how, what my intent is for November about co-op. You know, hopefully get back to doing NAC with my wife. You know, that's a fun little game. You know, not really a well-known game either, but the graphics are wonderful, and it's definitely a challenging game. NAC 2, I should say, not NAC 1, so then in case there's people out there trying to correct me. But hopefully that works out. December, like I said, my intent, Final Fantasy games. Probably only gonna work with 2 major games. One of them is Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna get right back to playing that. And yes, I realize the remake is every bit on our horizon and on a lot of people's maps. But I started playing the old school one many months ago. So I'd like to pick back up on that. Grab this. So I'm going to pick back up on my Let's Play that, which is more of a long play. And go through that content with you. Then I'm kind of stuck. You know, as for a second game to play along with that. More or less alternating the days of streaming is what I had in mind, but again, it's just a rough draft in my head. I've been playing it by 2 weeks ahead of time to about a month ahead of time, you know, having a rough draft of what I want to do. And I'm debating whether I want to play Final Fantasy 15 for you guys, or do I want to play Final Fantasy 9? Because 9 I've beaten several times. 7 I've beaten several times. 8 I've played several times. 8's another possibility. Since I got that, and that's just been released not too long ago, like within the last month. That's been released. Let's grab that, and we'll grab this. And so that's another everlasting possibility there. More than likely it will be Final Fantasy VIII. That might be one of those things that when I play a consistent playthrough, I'm going to play Final Fantasy VIII. You know, and just focus on that as a main playthrough. Then, you know, have my Sunday streams with Jackbox, which, again, in case I didn't mention in this video, I've kind of rambled along here. I know I did in another video that I plan on doing Jackbox on these Sunday specials, these Sunday streams, till the end of the year. To like the final Sunday before the end of the year of 2019, and then maybe we can do a New Year's one. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be a little bit more of a complicated time for me, holiday-wise and what have you. So having time for that may be a little bit on the iffy side. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, of course. But at this moment in time, that might be an avenue we take. Let's dye this glass. Okay. Alright. That should be good. Alright, we used the dye there. What we got? Pink. Do we have magenta? Yeah, a little bit of magenta. That should be good. And then we got blue. Bear with me, folks. Just trying to do a little math in my head. Get some yellow. That's what we needed. Yellow. Okay. Oh, did I run out of room? Shit. Oh, you go in here for now. You come here. Effing shit. Make orange dye. Interesting. Let's do that. Okay. Bear with me, folks. Obviously learning some new things about this that I wasn't even thinking of. We got way too much fucking carpet. Let's put that back for now. There we go. Stained glass. Alright, that should be good. Alright. Back in the box you go. And off we go. As I was saying. Sorry, a little bit of extra concentration there. Again, the coffee hasn't kicked in. That's right, I'll blame the coffee. Yeah, let's see you jump down a waterfall from your skyscraper type building with glass in your hand. Get that badass effect. Only kidding. Ooh, there's a zombie in my woods. Gonna hit you with my glass. Ow, fool. Get out of here. You're gone, son. Alright, time to get that sleep on. But yeah, December I'm gonna try to focus on Final Fantasy. Something I've actually wanted to do since I started streaming this, games and stuff like that, to actually devote the end of the year to a series of games that I've played consistently and enjoyed. You know, I also failed to mention that I have Final Fantasy X and X-2 remastered. I don't know if I'll play X-2. Depends if I just want some mental cancer or not. Not a big fan of X-2. I mean, it's not a bad game, don't get me wrong, but again, these are, you know, since they were remastered, so to speak, they are the international versions, both 10 and 10.2, and those are a bit more tasking. I'm having problems when I play Final Fantasy X with the Dark Aeons. I haven't maxed out my stats yet, so that'll be a fun experience. But yeah, more than likely, I know I'm going to do 7 in December, Final Fantasy 7, but more than likely also going to do Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 9. So we'll see how that goes. Last but not least, there are going to be holiday streams, and it's going to be Jackbox, of course. What I have in mind is Thanksgiving I'll probably have a stream, or you know, the day before Thanksgiving, something like that, you know. And I haven't quite looked when Christmas hits this year, but Christmas will be the last official stream that I'll have, that I'll say that's regulated anyway. Let's be careful about how we do this. So it'll probably be the last official stream that I have for 2019 for either regular content or just for my Sunday specials. So be advised of that. But I plan on doing one for Christmas, you know, just for fun, because my family will be around, but we're all usually pretty casual. Doing something slightly different this year with the family for Christmas, so once we're home, it might be a late night type stream, but it will be there. You know, granted, you know, things can change, so keep that in mind. Don't take any of this as, you know, set in stone promises. The only thing that I would take in documentation so far for the next 30 days is our Halloween-esque content. So focus on October. I know I will. But I've rambled on a long time here, and this is looking pretty sharp, in my opinion. But I've rambled on, and we're closing up on here 45 minutes. I think what I want to do here in closing is say that thank you to the 23 subscribers I have right now, and thank you for everyone that's even casually watched my content. Please remember that the point of this video was to update, but the big thing is down at the bottom of your screen to vote for this Sunday's Jackbox party stream. And if people do vote this time, then I'll do videos like this again. You know, not long content like this, you know, maybe 5-10 minute stops, hopefully. And do a comment and explain to you what the games are like in case you've never played Jackbox before or you need a refresher or reminder. And vote in the comment section of this video for either Jackbox Party 2 or Jackbox Party 5. Look them up on the internet. Go to Jackbox Party and ask for the content. You know, Google is wonderful. It's a great search engine. They have content for everything. You know, they know what's going on. So, shout out to them. And just get yourself out there and look up some information and learn some stuff. And come back here. You know, then you can learn firsthand when you play along with us on the stream. It's always a good time. Again, all my Jackbox Party streams are 18+, so viewer discretion is always advised. No hate speech. That's no gay bashing, that kind of thing. And no racism. The stuff is not tolerated. Take that shit elsewhere. Not on my channel. And we'll have a good time. And I hope to see you folks there. So, with that, parting thoughts of stay toasty and frosty, friends, and we'll see you next video with Grim Fandango. Much love. Mojo out.